These days, cruising is more popular and affordable than ever. When you think about it, your cruise fare includes a hotel room, 3 meals a day plus snacks, and endless activities and entertainment. In many cases, cruising can be cheaper than a land-based vacation. But do you know what's not cheap? The Wi-Fi plan. Staying in touch with friends and family back home is likely to cost you an arm and a leg. And let's face it, it's pretty hard to enjoy your vacation when you're missing half of your limbs. What many people don't realize is that forking over a bundle of money isn't your only option. In this video, I'll explain how your phone works on a cruise ship and explore different ways you can stay connected. There are many tips and tricks that apply to almost every cruise line, plus some specific hacks for certain lines that I'll cover at the end. Wait a second, there's someone watching this that is thinking, if people can't live without their precious internet, they shouldn't even go on a cruise. Okay, you? Stop watching this right now. Seriously, you're not gonna like this video. It's all about how to use the internet during your cruise. So, save yourself some time and go watch another one of our videos instead. I'd recommend this one about travel insurance. You might also want to pick up one of our Ultimate Cruise Word Search books, since you won't be scrolling through social media as you lounge in the sun. For the rest of you, are you still with me? Good. Let's look at exactly what you need to stay connected during your cruise. To begin with, we need to understand how phones work. Your cell phone connects to 2 different types of networks, a cellular service and a Wi-Fi network. Most phones can switch seamlessly between the two, often without you even noticing. Cellular networks rely on a series of base stations to provide radio coverage over large areas. On land, these are the tall antenna-covered towers you see. Providers like AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile rent space on these towers to set up their equipment. Wi-Fi, on the other hand, connects through a local router to an internet service provider, or ISP. At home, this router is the small box plugged into your fiber or DSL line, which links you to the vast world of the internet. Now, how does this apply to cruising? Cellular towers are few and far between when you're out there sailing the Great Blue Sea. And of course, cruise ships don't have fiber optic lines trailing behind them. So how can you stay connected on your cruise? Many cruisers believe the only option is to purchase the cruise line's Wi-Fi plan or go without. But that's not true. Thanks to advances in technology, in today's world, you have 2 other options. You can connect directly to satellite internet with your own receiver, or you can tap into a cellular network. Let's start by taking a closer look at the cellular network available on cruise ships. Yes, there is one, and it is run by a company called Cellular at Sea. Essentially, rather than renting space on a cell phone tower, Cellular at Sea uses the ship's communications array. Your phone will automatically connect to this service once the cruise ship reaches international waters. While this sounds convenient, it's not. You see, Cellular at Sea's services aren't included in most phone plans, meaning any calls or data usage will incur roaming charges, even if you don't make a phone call. Once connected, your phone will access this network automatically for incoming calls, voicemails, text messages, and background app updates. Cellular at Sea will report your data usage to your cell phone carrier, and you will see a charge on your phone bill at their cruise ship roaming rate. This is usually even more expensive than a standard roaming fee. Cellular at Sea states that they have no involvement with retail charges applied to the monthly bill by your cellular carrier, emphasizing that only your carrier can adjust those charges. But what is the likelihood that your cell phone company will waive the charges if you tell them you did not intend to connect to Cellular at Sea? I'd put those odds at slim to none. So, how do you know if this is happening to you? Look at the top left of your phone screen. You will see which service, if any, you are connected to. You might see names like Cellular at Sea, WMS at Sea, NOR-18, or 901-18. The most common advice is to put your phone into airplane mode as soon as you board the ship. This effectively prevents your phone from connecting to any network, whether cellular, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth. This is really simple to do. For both iPhone and Android users, you can swipe down from the top of your home screen to bring up your quick settings. Push the airplane icon so that it changes color. It will turn orange for an iPhone and green for an Android. You are now in airplane mode. Alternatively, you can go to Settings, tap Network and Internet, and toggle airplane mode on. This will automatically disable cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth connections, but you can selectively turn any of these back on from this screen if needed. Alright, so like I said, the common advice is to avoid using the Cellular at Sea network entirely by immediately putting your phone into airplane mode when you board the ship. But actually, I find it comforting to know that there is a way to communicate with family back home, and you could use this to deliberately check for messages once per day. The trick is to make sure you are only using the data you intend to, and that means you must turn off all of the automatic updates on your phone. So, turn off auto updates on all of your apps, turn off location services so your map features don't update, and turn off auto syncing of emails. With those settings adjusted, your phone will only use data for the apps that you deliberately use. If you want to know the cost of phone calls or data when using Cellular at Sea, you will need to contact your phone carrier. I'd recommend documenting the phone call with the date, time, and who you spoke to, because I have found it quite difficult to get accurate information from my carrier, T-Mobile, and eventually I just decided it wasn't worth the hassle. For AT&T and Verizon customers, there's good news. Both companies offer cruise packages that provide limited minutes, text, and data usage from Cellular at Sea's network. I will leave a link for each company in the description below. Another option is to purchase a phone plan directly from Cellular at Sea. This is a new choice, and it does require some technical savvy. If you're comfortable adjusting your phone settings, this could be a good alternative. Cellular at Sea offers a Cruise Plus plan through GigSky. To use this, you need an unlocked phone that supports eSIMs. Now, if you think I just switched to speaking another language, this probably isn't right for you. Feel free to skip ahead to the next section of the video. If you do want to give GigSky a try, I have a link in the description along with a coupon code that will give you $3 off your first data plan. You can also get a discount on any plan when you play with a Visa Signature or Visa Infinite card. No coupon code needed. GigSky has plans starting at $20, with options ranging from 1 day and half a gigabyte to a full month with up to 10 gigabytes. Here's a quick overview of how GigSky works. Like I said, you will need an unlocked phone. If you are making monthly payments to your phone carrier for your device, GigSky will not work. Your phone must also support eSIMs. Most new models of phones do, including iPhone 12 and up, Galaxy S20 and up, and Pixel 3 and up. If you're not sure, check with your manufacturer. You will need to download the GigSky app, set up an account, purchase a data plan, and install your eSIM before you board the cruise ship. You must be connected to Wi-Fi to install your eSIM, so make sure you do this while still on land. Keep in mind that GigSky is a data-only plan, meaning it does not come with a phone number. Once you switch over to the GigSky eSIM, you won't be able to use your regular phone number. You'll need to use a data-based app such as iMessage, FaceTime, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or Skype to stay connected with friends and family. Regular voice calls and SMS texting won't be possible. On the plus side, GigSky does allow tethering, so you can share the data with other devices by turning your phone into a hotspot. Wow, did you know all of that about Cellular at Sea? I sure didn't. Before researching this video, I only recognized it as the provider that showed up on my phone if I forgot to switch to airplane mode during a cruise. There's another way to connect while at sea that caught my attention recently. You might have heard about the YouTuber who faced backlash for using a personal Starlink device on a Carnival cruise. While some commenters were quick to groan about one more banned item, I was intrigued. Can you really get your own Starlink device? Why, yes you can. But before we get to that, what is Starlink? Many people know of it as yet another one of Elon Musk's ventures. Love him or hate him, you gotta admit that guy has a way with technology. Starlink is a subsidiary of SpaceX, which Elon Musk founded in 2001 with the hopes of eventually establishing a sustainable colony on Mars. But in the meantime, SpaceX has become really good at launching things into outer space, including over 7,000 satellites that now provide telecommunication coverage to more than 100 countries and territories around the world. This June, Starlink released the Starlink Mini, a compact device that serves as both a satellite signal receiver and a Wi-Fi hotspot. The Starlink Mini currently costs a whopping $599, but Musk indicated the price will eventually drop to the $150–200 range. Once you have the device, you can choose between an unlimited monthly plan or a 50 gigabyte data package. The plan is pay-as-you-go, allowing you to pause and resume service anytime. For frequent cruisers, this is a great option. Average cruise line Wi-Fi costs at least $20 per day for one person, adding up to $140 for a 7-day cruise. If you are careful with your data needs, Starlink's 50 gigabyte package will be sufficient and only cost $50. Or you could opt for an unlimited monthly plan at $165 with no restrictions as to how much data you use or how many devices you connect. However, as the recent story I mentioned illustrates, cruise lines are wary of this potential impact on their profits. Carnival has already added the Starlink Mini to their banned items list, and it wouldn't be surprising if Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and MSC follow suit. But I'm not really sure how cruise lines will enforce this ban. I think as long as you're discreet, you'll be able to get away with using the Starlink Mini on your cruise. Full disclosure, we don't currently have a Starlink Mini, but if we do get one, you won't hear about it from us on YouTube. Alright, so we've covered Cellular at sea and the Starlink Mini. But if neither of those options work for you, then the only choice left is to purchase Wi-Fi from the cruise line, right? Not so fast. I have one more trick up my sleeve. While it won't get you online, you can use your stateroom phone to call home through a service called ship-to-shore calling. This is available on all cruise lines. You can find instructions somewhere near the phone on your cabin vanity. While these calls can be pricey, they may still be cheaper than your cell phone's roaming charges. When I learned about ship-to-shore calling, I wondered, can friends and family also call you directly using your ship and cabin number? Yes, but it's not quite as straightforward. Your loved ones would need to contact a call center, provide your name, cruise ship, and cabin number, and then the call will be routed to you. I always make sure to leave this information with my parents so they can reach me in an emergency. Here are those numbers for the major cruise lines. Just a side note, I've also included the ship-to-shore rate. This is what will be charged to whichever party initiates the call. If a cruiser dials out, the call will be charged to their onboard account. When you call someone on the ship, you must provide a credit card for the call to connect. Well, that's pretty much exhausted my tricks for staying in touch with friends back home without using the ship's Wi-Fi. But did you know you can actually use the Wi-Fi without paying for it? These days, every major cruise line has an app that lets guests access various cruise features. They all include a map of the ship and a daily itinerary. Many allow you to reserve a table for main or specialty dining. Instead of a traditional menu, you might scan a QR code to see the night's specials. It's clear that the app is an essential part of your cruise experience, and it does need Wi-Fi to function. However, you don't have to buy a Wi-Fi plan. Just make sure to download the app before you leave. Once on board, put your phone in airplane mode and turn Wi-Fi on. Your cruise ship should show up as a network option. The IT team has things set up so all guests can use the app's features for free. One of my favorite app features is the Shipmate chat, which allows you to communicate with friends on board using the ship's Wi-Fi. Most cruise lines provide this feature for free, although Carnival and Norwegian do charge a small fee. Princess's app offers the added advantage of showing your shipmate's location on the ship map through their medallion device locator. Okay, if you're still with me, you must have decided that you do want to buy a Wi-Fi package, but are looking for ways to cut costs. You're in luck. I've got several tips that will help you save a significant amount on your Wi-Fi charges during your cruise. Here are 8 general tips to help you save money. Afterwards, I'll dive into some specific money-saving hacks for each cruise line, so stick around. One of the simplest ways to save on cruise ship Wi-Fi is by purchasing a plan ahead of time. You can typically save at least 10%, and some cruise lines offer even deeper discounts, up to 55%. Be sure to watch for special promotions, especially around Black Friday, to snag one of these fantastic deals. Many cruise lines offer add-on bundles to create an all-inclusive cruise experience. If you're planning to purchase extras like a drinks package, priority access, or other perks, these bundles can be a great way to save. Based on my research, these 5 cruise lines offer the best value when you buy their bundled packages. If you're a frequent cruiser, it's definitely worth exploring the Wi-Fi benefits offered through your cruise line's loyalty program. Rewards can range from discounts to completely free internet access. Here's a list of cruise lines that offer Wi-Fi discounts as part of their loyalty perks. Most cruise lines offer several levels of Wi-Fi. If you need to be able to video chat for work, you'll definitely want to get the highest tier and keep your fingers crossed that it won't be too much lag. But if you just want to stream some music and shows, consider downloading content before you get on the cruise ship instead. That way, you can make use of one of the less expensive social plans. Just watch out that the plan you choose will accomplish what you need. For instance, some do not allow access to email. Chances are you won't be glued to the internet for your entire cruise. There's so much more to enjoy on a cruise ship. So why not share a plan with your cabin mate? Most Wi-Fi packages allow you to switch between multiple devices. This is typically meant for you to use both your phone and laptop at different times, but you can also take advantage of this feature to switch between your device and a friend's, helping you save on cost. Unfortunately, this trick does not work for two major cruise lines, which I'll get to in a second. If you aren't an internet junkie, it's likely you won't miss your daily scroll time during your cruise. But it's still nice to check in occasionally. Instead of purchasing a full, voyage-long Wi-Fi package, consider buying a 24-hour pass for the days you really need it. In my research, I found that many cruise lines offer voyage-long discounts that are essentially just one free day of Wi-Fi on a week-long cruise, compared to the cost of a day pass. For example, if a full Wi-Fi package costs $25 per day for the entire cruise, that adds up to $175. But if a 24-hour pass is $30 a day, you need to be on the internet 6 out of 7 days to make that worth it. Okay, so this tip is not going to save you money on your overall cruise cost. But if you are already considering a suite, then this could be the extra nudge you need. Many cruise lines include Wi-Fi with their most luxurious accommodations. And notably, there are 3 that don't. Longtime cruisers often lament how modern cruise lines seem to nickel and dime their customers. In the past, cruising was seen as a luxurious, all-inclusive experience. But today, many cruise lines charge extra for just about everything to boost their profits. However, not all cruise lines follow this trend. These 6 cruise lines stand out by offering a variety of perks, including Wi-Fi, as part of the standard cruise fare. Now, let's look at how you can save money on a Wi-Fi package with each cruise line. Carnival has 3 levels of packages. The social package is the least expensive, but note that it does not work with iMessage or FaceTime. Until recently, Carnival only allowed Wi-Fi on a single device per cruiser. A few months ago, they introduced a multi-device package. This new option provides premium internet for up to 4 devices, though it must be purchased through your Carnival account before your cruise. Carnival only offers one discount for its Wi-Fi. You can save 15% off of all but the multi-device package by purchasing before your cruise. Celebrity has 2 tiers of Wi-Fi, but only the premium option is available as a standalone package. If you book a cruise with an all-included offer, you will receive basic Wi-Fi bundled with a drinks package. You can upgrade from basic to premium for $9.99 per cruiser. For those purchasing the standalone premium Wi-Fi package, the price will vary depending on the ship. You'll get 20% off the daily rate when you add a second device. Celebrity does offer some great discounts for pre-cruise Wi-Fi purchases. You can typically save at least 10% with occasional promotions offering up to 50% off, like during their Black Friday sale. Additionally, members of Celebrity's Captain's Club can enjoy special discounts starting with 10% off for Classic members, all the way up to free premium Wi-Fi for Zenith members. And that leads me to the best Celebrity tip for scoring a good deal. If you've been cruising on Royal Caribbean for a while, Celebrity will match your Crown and Anchor loyalty status, which might make you eligible for the Wi-Fi perk. Despite being a luxury cruise line, Cunard does not include Wi-Fi with their standard fare. Guests may choose between 2 levels of service, with the premium touted as being 3 times faster. Cunard offers an unspecified discount for multiple devices and for cruises over 50 nights long. World Club members can get a credit of $50 to $150 for a Wi-Fi plan, but this can only be redeemed when on board. Disney Cruise Line doesn't offer a discount for purchasing a Wi-Fi plan pre-cruise, so if you're on the fence about getting one, you may want to wait until after you board to decide. However, you can get discounts if you opt for a multi-device plan or a full voyage plan. In this second case, if you decide to purchase Wi-Fi partway through your cruise, you'll only pay for the remaining days, but you'll still benefit from the discounted rate. A little known perk: Disney Cruise Line allows guests to use the text feature of iMessage and WhatsApp without needing to purchase a Wi-Fi package. Holland America's internet plans are among the priciest in the cruising industry. However, they offer decent value through their Have It All package, which bundles basic surf Wi-Fi along with other perks. They also offer a notable but vague discount on full voyage packages. In the example given on their website, premium Wi-Fi on a 7-day cruise is 25% off. One significant drawback is that HAL's Wi-Fi plan is limited to a single device, so you can't switch between multiple devices or share the plan with a cabin mate. For top-tier loyalty members, there's a small benefit, a discount of up to $30 on board. Wait a second, that won't even cover 1 day of Wi-Fi. Frankly, Holland America's Wi-Fi pricing leaves a lot to be desired. MSC is another line that does not allow users to switch between multiple devices with their Wi-Fi plans. Unfortunately, that means that my money-saving hack will not work on MSC. You can save by purchasing a Wi-Fi plan before you board, for the entire cruise, or for multiple devices, or by doing all three. Norwegian just had a major overhaul of their pricing structure, replacing their free at sea bundle with the new more at sea. I haven't looked into this too deeply yet, but I have to say, it seems like NCL cruisers are now paying more for less, and the pricing structure is super confusing. Here's what I've figured out. Cruisers can choose the Wi-Fi package with their more at sea bundle and receive a set number of internet minutes per person. You can upgrade to an unlimited voyage or streaming package for a daily fee per stateroom. And you can add extra devices to this upgrade for an extra $5 per device per day. On the other hand, if you don't choose the more at sea bundle, you can purchase a standalone unlimited Wi-Fi package for a daily cost per person. This also comes with the option to add an extra device, but the daily fee here is a bit higher. If you've had experience with the new Norwegian system, please let me know in the comments if I figured this out correctly. As far as extra discounts, NCL offers a 15% discount on pre-cruise Wi-Fi purchases and a 15 to 25% discount for Latitude loyalty members at the Platinum and higher level. Princess Cruise recently introduced their new Medallion Net Max, promising the fastest internet at sea. The catch? This is only available when you purchase either the Princess Plus or Premier package, which bundles several other perks with the prioritized Wi-Fi service. We've done several videos about the Princess packages, so make sure you check those out if you're going on a Princess cruise. For those that don't purchase a package, you can still get either a full voyage or 24-hour Wi-Fi pass for the regular internet. There is no discount for purchasing pre-cruise, so feel free to wait until you board to decide. In fact, if you opt to purchase a full voyage package mid-journey, you'll receive a prorated discount for the remaining days of your cruise. And speaking of discounts, Elite and Platinum Captain Circle members get 50% off their Wi-Fi package of choice. Royal Caribbean only offers one Wi-Fi package, the VOOM Surf and Stream. The price of this package is influenced by AI-driven dynamic pricing, meaning the cost fluctuates based on demand. If you want the internet for your full voyage, it's always more cost-effective to purchase the plan before you set sail. Pre-cruise purchases offer savings of at least 10%, with discounts as high as 55% during events like Black Friday sales. When buying in advance, the price is determined by the number of users and devices. It's generally better to buy a plan for one person and multiple devices rather than purchasing individual plans for each person. Royal Caribbean also offers discounts to Crown and Anchor loyalty members, but these are only available for onboard Wi-Fi purchases. This is useful if you only want Wi-Fi for 1 or 2 days during your cruise. Members at lower loyalty tiers receive a 10 to 15% discount, while Diamond and higher tier members are eligible for a free Wi-Fi pass for 1 or more days of their cruise. Additionally, frequent casino players can also enjoy Wi-Fi discounts starting at the Prime tier. Well, I have to say, that was a pretty comprehensive look at your phone and internet options on a cruise. If you enjoy deep dives into the cruising world, you'll definitely want to check out this video next. In the meantime, remember, no matter what cruise line you're on, no matter what cruise ports you sail to, no matter how much time you spend scrolling your social media feed on your cruise, adventure awaits.